Gout of this world. 20.07.
Wow. He's only 16, but Gout Gout just broke a 56-year-old national record, outran professional adults, and caught the attention of Usain Bolt himself. In a single season, he's gone from school track meets to being invited to train with Olympic champion Noah Lyles. People said it couldn't be done. He did it anyway and made it look easy. His finish is lightning, his mindset is calm, and his rise is unreal. So the question is, how far can this kid go before the world has to call him the next greatest?
This may be the fastest we've ever seen, if not the second. This is
Gout Gout is the kind of name that, just a few months ago, only a few in the track world might have known. But that's all changed now. At just 16 years old, this teen from Queensland, Australia, has exploded onto the international athletics scene with performances that don't just grab attention, they demand it. The running world hasn't seen a story like this in a long time. He didn't just win races, he obliterated expectations, took down age-old records, and left even seasoned runners in disbelief. What he's done in such a short time, at such a young age, isn't just impressive, it's historic. Gout went from being a local school sprinter to becoming the fastest 16-year-old Australia has ever seen, and he's already turning heads on a global level. You hear comparisons to legends like Usain Bolt all the time when someone new comes around, but in Gout's case, those comparisons aren't hype, they're real, and backed by jaw-dropping numbers. The way he runs, especially in the second half of his races, is something that seasoned professionals struggle to do. His stride opens up like a jet engine taking off, and suddenly, it's like he's in his own lane, racing against time itself. People aren't just impressed, they're stunned. Everything started to heat up back in January 2024 when Gout ran a 200-meter race in 20.69 seconds. That's quick, like really quick for a 16-year-old. Most sprinters don't reach that kind of speed until their early 20s, if at all. Then, in March, he ran 100 meters in just 10.29 seconds at the Queensland Athletics Championships. That race didn't just put him ahead of kids his age, he blew past runners in the under 20 category, and even adults. What made that even more shocking was the fact that he ran without the wind helping him. In sprinting, wind can be a huge factor. A tailwind can shave off precious milliseconds, but Gout didn't have that advantage. He ran these times with raw power, clean technique, and a crazy fast finish. And everyone watching could tell, this kid isn't just fast for his age, he's fast, period. These performances weren't one-offs either. He kept showing up, race after race, faster and sharper each time. Coaches, fans, and even former Olympians started taking notice. You could feel it. The world was watching something special happen right in front of their eyes. But the moment that really changed everything was at the World Junior Championships. Gout was going up against an older runner from South Africa named Baya Waza, who was heavily favored to win. At the halfway mark of the 200-meter race, Waza was ahead by what looked like a safe margin. But then, Gout did something few expected. He turned on the jets. He ran the second half of the race in 9.7 seconds, which is almost unheard of at any level, let alone for a teenager. Most sprinters slow down in the final stretch of a 200-meter race. Gout? He got faster. He ate up the track, closed the gap like it was nothing, and nearly overtook a runner who had a serious lead. It wasn't just impressive, it was mind-blowing. Analysts watching the slow-motion footage broke down his splits and couldn't believe what they were seeing. Even elite adult athletes would be thrilled to run a 9.7-second final 100 meters. And here was Gout, doing it at 16, with room to grow. That race wasn't just a close call, it was a loud announcement to the world. Gout Gout is here, and he's the real deal. And then came the moment that sealed his name in the history books, November 2024, the Australian All-Schools Championships. Gout Gout lined up for the 200 meters again, but this time, something even bigger was about to happen. When he crossed the finish line, the clock read 20.04 seconds. Just reading that might not do it justice, so here's why it matters. That time broke a national record that had stood for 56 years. The previous record was set by Peter Norman back in 1968, during one of the most iconic races in Olympic history. For over half a century, no one had come close to touching that mark, until Gout came along and shattered it at 16. That number, 20.04, isn't just fast for a junior, it's fast, period. To put it into perspective, even Usain Bolt didn't run that fast at Gout's age. This wasn't just an age group win or a lucky day on the track. This was history being made right in front of the crowd, and the world took notice. National headlines, global media coverage, and praise from Olympic greats flooded in. Gout didn't just win that race, he made it clear that he's on a whole new level.
I didn't think it would come this year. I thought it would come maybe next year or the year after that. So just getting it now is definitely a great achievement for sure. As soon as the gun went, I was flying.
When you're 16 years old and your name starts getting mentioned in the same breath as Usain Bolt, it's not just hype, it's history in the making. Gout Gout's jaw-dropping times in the 100-meter and 200-meter sprint events have already put him in a rare class of athletes. And it didn't take long for comparisons to Bolt to start flying. But the wildest part, even Bolt himself took notice. On social media, the 8-time Olympic gold medalist said Gout looks like a young me. And coming from the fastest man in history, that's the kind of praise that sticks. But when you really break it down, the similarities are more than surface level. The calm composure at the start line, the monster closing speed in the final stretch, and that raw, untapped potential. It all feels like deja vu. Gout doesn't just win, he finishes races in a way that feels almost cinematic. He opens up in the last 50 meters, like a bullet breaking the sound barrier. He doesn't panic, he doesn't tighten up, he just goes. And that kind of finishing ability is something even world-class athletes work years to develop. Gout already has it, and that's what makes people believe he could be on track to becoming the next global sprinting icon. As if the race times and records weren't enough, Gout recently made headlines for something just as massive. He's going to train with Noah Lyles. Yes, the Noah Lyles, Olympic 100-meter and 200-meter champion. One of the fastest men on the planet right now. Lyles personally invited Gout to Florida to train with his elite group, which includes some of the top sprinters in the world. For a 16-year-old to be welcomed into that circle is almost unheard of. That alone speaks volumes about how much respect Gout's earned in such a short time. This kind of opportunity doesn't just elevate your skill level, it fast-tracks your entire development as an athlete. Training alongside the best means you pick up habits, routines, and mindset shifts that most young athletes only dream about. It's mentorship, competition, and exposure to elite-level coaching all in one. And this is how athletes like Gout save time in their growth. They surround themselves with greatness, so they grow faster than the rest.
In the centre, also Thamel of Sri Lanka going well and holding on to that second spot.
Behind every great athlete is a story, and Gout's is one of heart, hustle, and humble beginnings. He was born in Brisbane, the youngest of 7 siblings, to South Sudanese parents who fled to Australia for a better life. His family's journey is one of strength and perseverance, and it seems those qualities run in Gout's veins. His coach, Dan Shepherd, first spotted him running on the back oval of Ipswich Grammar School. One look was enough. "I just knew," Shepherd said. Gout's natural form, speed, and effortless stride made it clear. This kid was different, and while talent is part of the equation, it's the work ethic and attitude that take it to the next level. Known for his beaming smile, quiet confidence, and discipline far beyond his years, Gout carries himself like someone who's already seen the top, but still acts like he's just getting started. That grounded mindset is what keeps him rising without getting overwhelmed by the spotlight.
2077 for Gout. Remember, this young man is only 16 years.
Gout's calendar is already filling with major milestones. He's qualified for the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo, where he'll go toe-to-toe with the world's best. But everyone's eyes are locked on something even bigger: the 2032 Olympics, which will be held right in his backyard in Brisbane. By then, Gout will be 24, the perfect age for a sprinter. That means the next 8 years will be all about fine-tuning, building strength, sharpening technique, and staying injury-free. And this is where efficiency becomes everything. Top-level athletes don't waste time. They use tech-assisted training tools like biomechanical analysis, data tracking, and recovery software to maximize every second of effort. Gout's path to 2032 will be lined with smart coaching, performance science, and careful planning. Every season will be a building block. And by the time he walks into that Olympic stadium, if he keeps this pace, it might just feel like destiny fulfilled. One thing's certain, Gout Gout didn't just show up, he's here to change the game. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.